Pablo Picasso once said that the reason that he started painting was so that he could eventually accumulate all the pictures in the world that he wanted but couldn't afford, in a sense recreating them. But if you look at all of the paintings that he's most famous for, they look so much unlike anything else you would have ever seen in the art world. After so many years of trying to replicate these things that he'd loved, the ideas that they presented had digested in his head and come out as something completely new and different. Art certainly is a game of imitation at the beginning, but we can only imitate so far. Nothing is ever exactly alike. And the more we move on in our process, the more we're doing reflections of something and then reflections of something we did of something, and farther down the line like a game of telephone until the products which we put out are nothing like what we started off replicating. We see the flowering of a new voice that comes out of the bushes of our labors. Pretty soon the student is indistinguishable from the master. Suddenly everything old is new again and a new generation is born. Normal is just the surface of the things that we see and hear and experience in this world. Take the most normal word you can imagine in the English language, and you repeat it to yourself often enough, it starts to not even sound like a real word anymore, but just a bunch of sounds coming out of your mouth. In the exact same way, the more time you spend looking at a normal object, the more you can start to see the different parts of it, the different things that went into it, the different ideas that led to it becoming a thing in the world in which we live. The things that seem normal only seem normal because we've always accepted them as that and never really put any thought into it. While at the same time, the things are weird or scary or abnormal, we've probably never even given a chance to. It's just something that's alien. Once we give it time, once we normalize ourselves with it, once we learn to accept it, it can become just like anything else in daily life. The world around us is really just a pyramid of ideas. And if we go down the very basic building blocks of what our society is and start to change those, and everything that goes on top of it has to change with it. Life is like a game sometimes. It has rules, but they're just rules that people have made. And if you can't win following the rules, then maybe you should just make your own or go somewhere that you can start a new game. Who knows? Anything's possible so long as you find that one ideal that you really want to live up to. And then once you start to better understand it, you find out ways that you can better change it, that you can make it new, that you can make it grow. And if you find enough people that feel the same way, maybe you can start a society that works towards helping this ideal to become, a focal point, something really important, something that can branch out into other important aspects of life. The world is a beautiful place, and we're living in a beautiful time. All we've got to do is figure out what we want to do and do it.